You know what? Sometimes you try and your body cannot go, right? That's my frustration. Maybe I can figure out Crawford, but my body cannot go anymore. So I try it, but my body just not let me go.
Canelo looked a little bit mentally tired too.
How so?
I think he looked a little bit tired. Like, I could just tell when a fighter looks a little bit tired, like mentally.
Yeah,
you could tell he had a tough camp. Sometimes sparring all those hard people is not good at that age. You just need people who's going to give you a good look. Sometimes you can leave it all in the gym. You know, Crawford looked like he had a great camp. He was fresh. His mind was fresh. Everything was sharp. Everything was clicking. And I know how it can be sometimes when it feels like sometimes you're in the gym, you see all that hard sparring, you're a little bit gun shy. Now you're not confident. He looked a little bit tired, mentally tired.
Yeah, he had been sparring with Jaron Ennis. Like, were you aware of that?
Yeah, I saw it on the internet. Yeah, I saw that. But he's been really active too. Remember, I think I just saw somebody post something. He had 11 fights in 4 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you talk about high level fights, undefeated guys.
He seemed really frustrated in there at certain points in the fight also.
Yeah, for sure. I just think he was a little bit mentally tired. And when you're mentally tired, your brain is not sharp. Like, it's just not all the way there. Like, you throw one punch, next thing you get hit with 3 punches, like, damn. But usually you sharp, you feel me? You can make that adjustment after you throw a punch, get your defense right. But sometimes when your brain is not clear, it's not sharp. You know, it's hard to get away from punches.
Seconds Canelo Alvarez might have reached the end of the road. After years of dominating boxing, being dubbed the sport's face, and earning hundreds of millions of dollars in the ring, Canelo's mystique has weakened. His devastating loss to Terence Crawford did more than just add another loss to his record. It revealed something deeper. Canelo Alvarez's reign at the top may be coming to an end. His recent performances have been lackluster. His body isn't responding the way it used to, and admirers are beginning to wonder the unimaginable. Is this the end of Canelo Alvarez forever? Let's break it down.
Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
Was it something specific, the movement or his speed or power, or what? Was there something you could put your finger on that gave you the most trouble?
Everything.
Okay.
He have everything.
And just one more, Canelo, it has been, I can't even know the number of years it's been since you've been without a world title. Even after you lost to Dimitri Bivol, you still were the super middleweight champion. It's been probably 10 years or whatever since you haven't had a title. Has it sunk in yet that for the first time in all that time, you're not a world champion?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Just that it's been so many years since you have not been a world champion. And so has it sunk in yet that for the first time in forever, you're not a world champion?
No, I feel a champion, no matter what. You know, I win no matter what, and I still feel a champion. So it is what it is. You need to take the loss and accept everything. But I'm gonna continue. Do it.
The fight that rocked the world. Going into the Crawford fight, everyone thought Canelo's stature would be an advantage. He's a natural 168-pounder. Crawford was moving up in divisions. Logic dictated that the bigger, stronger man would govern the night, but the reverse occurred.
He has mastered his style. Now, typically, Latinos, they got their own style versus melanated black people. Having like more rhythm, more flashiness and panache to their stuff, more swag.
Yeah.
We just fight different than other ethnicities. If you want to throw Amir Khan in there, his ethnicity, he was in and out.
Yeah, that's the European kind of style.
Textbook, you know, but that was his style. Canelo got his style and he mastered it. Terence Crawford cannot take nothing away from him. he's like freakishly good. You know, he go both sides, southpaw, orthodox. You know, and I feel like he adapt well. But it don't take much to get hit, especially these little 8-ounce gloves. He cannot slip up. He cannot slip up. He gonna have to stay set from bing to bing from round 1 to 12, and he better be in shape. Yeah. I'm talking about like not 12 round shape. I'm talking about like.
Crawford outboxed, outsmarted, and outworked him. Canelo kept pressing forward, looking for that big body shot, but he appeared slow, predictable, and unprepared. Crawford surrounded him, pot-shot him, and made Canelo appear ordinary. After 12 rounds, the scorecards revealed the story. Crawford had definitively won, and Canelo's image of invincibility as a super middleweight was gone.
Makes me horny!
Yeah, baby!
To tell you I told you so.
I told you!
I predicted the Canelo Crawford fight like a goddamn fortune teller.
You're the Oracle?
Canelo's feet were cemented on the canvas as he was hitting air. What the f was that? Props to Crawford.
Thank you.
He came up 3 weight classes and fought a beautiful fight.
Good job.
What a great performance.
Did you get what you was looking for?
Like taking candy from a baby.
My candy!
He just played with Canelo, made him look silly. And before you start with your shit about Canelo being old, just know that Crawford is older.
I'm too old.
That's not an excuse here. Look, I promoted Canelo's entire career,
Put some respect on it.
and it was a huge flop.
How do you like them apples?
The only real fighters he's faced were Mayweather, Bivol, and Crawford, and they all toyed with him.
This wasn't simply a loss. It was the moment fans realized Canelo might no longer be the same fighter. If we are honest, the signs of decline were already present against Dimitri Bivol. Canelo appeared to be caught in quicksand. He was unable to pull the trigger. He landed rounds, indeed, but there was no explosion.
It's not interesting to see the fight when one person doesn't want to win at all. But it was hard to fight for Canelo because he was always aiming, and even the skull didn't throw punches, and it's hard to catch him. You know, he's just moving, but his movement is good, to be honest.
Yeah. Against William Skull, he won, but fans called the bout boring and uninspired.
It's absolutely crap, load of rubbish. The fight really was a waste of time. If you haven't watched it, don't watch it, because there's better things you can be doing, like probably watching the grass grow or watching some paint dry maybe. But that fight was a total waste of time. Watching that as a former unified super middleweight world boxing champion and Hall of Famer, I was thinking to myself, what an opportunity you've got there. If I was fighting still 10 years ago, if that opportunity came up for me, I know Canelo Alvarez is going to be a tough fight for anybody. I know it's a long ask trying to beat a guy like that, but come on, if I'm in there with Canelo for whatever amount of money, there's going to come a point where I'm saying, right, I'm going for it now. Probably around 3 or 4, I'm going to stick it on him and have a go. To be given an opportunity like that, Skull defending his IBF title and potentially becoming undisputed, to go in there and just perform like that, for me, it's not acceptable. And I think in my day and with my mindset and the way I used to fight, I'd have gone for it, just gone for it, and then give the boxing fans, and do myself on my training.
Against William Skull, he won, but fans called the bout boring and uninspired. Even his stoppage victory against Caleb Plant felt more like grinding someone down than the dynamic Canelo who used to cut through opponents. And against Crawford, everything caught up. music, the reflexes are not sharp. The head movement is not smooth. The footwork seems hefty. He's evolved into a slugger who can't destroy a combatant since his body no longer allows him to do otherwise. And at 35 years old and nearly 65 professional fights, the wear and tear is apparent. 35 isn't old in boxing. Men like Bernard Hopkins and Manny Pacquiao battled into their 40s. But here's the difference. Canelo started professionally at the age of 15. That means he's been fighting professionally for 20 years. 20 years of war, 20 years of training camps, and 20 years of brutal punishment.
Canelo has more mileage because Bud is 40 and something and 0 now. Canelo was 40 and 0 when he fought Floyd.
Yeah.
Canelo 62, 2-1.
All right, you got the record.
Bud is 41 and 0. Yeah. So there's mileage there, even though Bud might be older. Can you break down for the people the mileage, how Canelo is older, even though Bud is older?
For sure. I think one of the best analogies that can be used in sports is the comparison to Carl.
Although he is only 35 years old, his fighting age is closer to 40 or more. His knees have been said to cause him trouble. His explosiveness is diminishing. And no matter how disciplined he is, biology always prevails.
If we see a fight where Canelo Alvarez looks old, and guess what? He's old.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And it might be a case of him being less than he was. And it'll depend also on how much Crawford takes advantage of it. Let's say Canelo doesn't look great, but we can't say the same about Crawford.
Fans want to claim that Canelo is still young, but in fight years, he is an old man. Here's what makes this difficult to watch. Canelo doesn't need to box anymore. He has made hundreds of millions. He has fought some of the biggest names. He has cemented his position as one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time. But he keeps battling because he enjoys it.
Look, if John Ryder beat me, so I'm done, right? But it's not my last fight. I'm gonna continue in boxing for a long.
He has often declared, "No boxing, no life." That passion is admirable, but it is also hazardous because the longer he stays in the game, the more his body betrays him, and fans will remember the Canelo who appears slow, fatigued, and human rather than the Canelo who ruled the globe.
If he loses against Crawford, what people gonna say? He lost to a smaller guy. Where's gonna put him amongst all the Mexican, greats? Where's that gonna put him? Oh, he lost to a smaller guy in Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Most skillful guy on the planet. They don't look good, right? So I think this fight is harder on his career than a Benavidez loss. Way harder. Way more to lose. Way more to lose, bro.
Another issue is entertainment value. Canelo fights used to be must-see spectacles. Explosive knockouts, vicious body blows, deafening head slips, and counters. His bouts are no longer exciting. Fans spotted it against Ryder. They noticed it against Charlo. And they certainly noticed it against Crawford. Canelo, Jesus, the Lord, come on. You're getting paid a lot of money to compete against a runner who we all knew was going to run in Cuban style. You selected him, and now you're saying you hate fighting runners. So don't fight runners. We all know who we want you to fight. That is Benavidez. Go up against Benavidez. Fight Benavidez. He will not run. What is wrong with that? It would be a good struggle, but it's tragic. It actually is.
The fight, the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. He's a GOAT. Greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches. Not just me, Saul Red, Bernie, Chet, nutritionists, everybody played a part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terence?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course he is.
Instead of fireworks, we get 12 rounds of gradual pressure from Canelo, who looks more like a grinder than a superstar. Boxing, let's be honest, is an entertainment business. If Canelo's fights are no longer interesting, the demand begins to decline. This is not the first time we have seen this story. Muhammad Ali fought for too long. Roy Jones Jr. struggled for too long. Manny Pacquiao fought for too long. Every legend grapples with the same question. When is it time to stop?
With Canelo is his intensity. He doesn't have the same intensity that he used to have, and I think that's going to be the biggest issue for me. Can he still counterpunch? Yes. Can he still be slick? Yes. But does he have the energy and the intensity that he used to have when he was younger, or even when he fought Caleb Plant? To be honest, that was
his last great performance.
Last great performance. So for me, it's like, is he going to be able to have that second, third, effort? Because that's the problem what he has. When Bivol gave him like 3 extra movements and 3 extra shots, Canelo ended up doing weird defensive moves that got him out of position. I'm like, what's going on here?
It was like the Ryan shoulder roll.
No, but that's better, bro.
The Ryan roll.
No, that was good, man. I beat up Duarte with
But
that.
he does it too.
Yeah, come on now.
It's a different.
I asked Floyd. Floyd said that he had no problem with it. So
You look like Floyd doing that though.
and thank you. Thank you. I don't want to hear you talk. You can't fight for nothing.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
Does he continue to fight because he loves it, or does he retire before the decline overshadows his legacy? Tyson Fury stated it best regarding older fighters. Father Time is the most formidable opponent he will ever face, and he has never been defeated.
Canelo retired too. I don't think he will though. He's got a multi-fight deal with Turkey Al Sheikh. It's a lot of money on the table, and he's a proud champion. So I could understand him not wanting to end on that note. But you can see Canelo getting older, and I'm not just talking about ring. I mean, you can see it in his face. For the Netflix special behind the scenes, you kind of see the age, you see the wear and tear. The man has been fighting as a professional since he was 15 years old.
20 years.
He's got over, it's a long time to be getting hit with 8-ounce and 10-ounce gloves. Even if you take it well, and oftentimes the guys that take it well, they show it more because I'm absorbing a lot of shots and you giving me praise for absorbing them shots, but them shots take a toll. I don't know how much longer he should keep fighting, and it's not because he can't fight anymore. He's still one of the best fighters in the world, but you get into the hunger conversation. You get into the total punishment that you got to add that stuff up when you start getting older. Like, okay, man, do I still need to do this? He doesn't need to do it other than just his love for it, because his mantra is no boxing, no life. So I don't know if he's going to be able to walk away right now. His legacy is secure. I think he's one of the greatest Mexican fighters that has ever done it. I think he's in the great category and conversation. We can break down a resume another day, but I think that given the way that he fought and given the way that he bowed out, I think you just got to just leave it right there and give him his respect. I would like to see him maybe take 1 or 2 more and call it a day, go enjoy the fruits of his labor.
Canelo's loss to Crawford stung more than any other. Losing to Bivol was one thing, a larger, younger natural light heavyweight. Fans could overlook that. But losing to Crawford, a smaller man moving up in weight classes, revealed the truth. Canelo is no longer the big, evil BF. He is vulnerable, he is beatable, and he no longer scares his opponents. That changes everything about his future bouts. Opponents who once feared him now see an opportunity. Boxing experts have begun to say the quiet part out loud. Max Kellerman described Canelo's recent performances as lackluster. Andre Ward claimed Crawford showed his weaknesses. Even his old promoter Oscar de la Hoya has thrown shade, and the supporters are split. Some still believe Canelo has a lot left. Others say he is finished at the elite level. The narrative has changed from Canelo is unbeatable to is Canelo washed. So what comes next? Sure, Canelo might still make big fights, a rematch with Bivol, a trilogy with GGG, or even a comeback against Crawford. But here's the difficulty. Does anyone think he can win those fights anymore? He is no longer the favorite. He's the underdog, and we never expected to say that about Canelo Alvarez. Here is the silver lining. Even if Canelo does not win another fight, his legacy is secure. 4-time world champion, undisputed super middleweight, and one of the highest paid sportsmen in sports history. But legacies are fragile. Fans remember not only the highs, but also the terrible ends.
Right, he's the greatest
He's
thing.
the greatest thing
He's the
since
greatest
sliced
thing
bread.
since-
Canelo, you know, you did amazing, you know what I mean? I take my hat off to him. You know what I mean? You're one of the greatest fighters that came out of Mexico. And, you know, ánimo, you know, courage. Keep your courage up, you know what I mean? God bless.